What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. Did you know that Helldivers is woke? Apparently it is. And here's the community manager here telling us that, they only ban the bigots and transphobes and homophobes and racists, which apparently she thinks is all of us, and that community 2, pretty woke. Well, let's see. So Helldivers 2 community manager. Always a community manager, as we've been seeing. No shortage of them hating the people, the community, ironically, that they're managing. So Helldivers 2 community manager Catherine Baskin declares the game is pretty woke and reveals the game was banning individuals she and developer Arrowhead Game Studios deemed bigots, transphobes, homophobes, and racists. And trust me, you've all probably hit that on your bingo cards. As brought to the public attention by Mark Kern, aka Grums, on X last month, Baskin replied to a Steam curator list that recommended Helldivers 2 and claimed the game was not woke. She initially just wrote LMAO. However, in a response later in the thread, she wrote, "Plus, Helldivers is pretty woke, dog. Game was made by a lot of LGBTQ and brown people and black people and women, and it's a big satire of jingoism." Okay, so just because it was made by LGBTQ and brown and black people does not make something woke. Hate to break that to you. And we're aware of the satire of the game. It's literally why everyone's making Starship Troopers references, and we get it. We get the humor and the fact that Super Earth are the bad guys. She added, here we go. "It amuses me they don't know that Super Earth is bad." We do. It also explains a lot about the world at present. It explains your world, that you think everyone is a fucking dummy like yourself and not get the fact that everyone playing Helldivers 2 gets the satire around it. In the same thread, Baskin revealed she and developer Arrowhead Game Studios were banning individuals from the game's Discord that they deemed as bigots. She wrote, "We only ban the bigots. Transphobes, homophobes, racists, etc. are not welcome in our community. We had to restrict the topics in the Helldivers 2 general chats for a while because it was triggering massive waves of hate speech, which our staff was struggling with emotionally," she added. Which, if you remember, the story we heard was that the LGBTQIA plus community was attacking Helldivers. Not us, but the LGBTQ community itself was attacking Helldivers and the devs, claiming that they were homophobic for not putting in trans flags or gay pride flags or any of the capitulations normally done to those groups. Baskin has locked down her profile on X, as you do. But Kern shared a number of other posts she had made in the last 4 years. In June 2020, the lovely summer of love. In June 2020, she posted, "I'm not talking much because it's not my turn to talk. It's time for black people to be heard and for white people to listen." Oh, look, another guilty white woman between the ages of 25 and 45. Exactly what we always mention. And here we are. "I'm not talking much because it's not my turn to talk. It's time for black people to be heard and for white people to listen. I want to continue to do everything I can to help, including passing the mic." In another post, she wrote, "I also don't like the term casual and hardcore because they come with the implication that skill equals passion. Those words are something gamers cling to, but they are rendered meaningless as games become more accessible, inclusive, and experimental." Sounds like she doesn't like the tryhards of the sweats. Horrible. So here, there's just a collection of receipts of her bad takes. According to her LinkedIn, Baskin has been on social media and community manager at Arrowhead Game Studio since December of 2021. She is also a narrative designer at Spark Studios. Narrative, just like those narrative consultancy companies. Narrative designer at ShotSpark Studios and has been since September 2020. She is also a community manager for Void Point. So she's been a community manager in a couple places here. She previously worked in academia, being an adjunct facility at Mineral Area College. So, but probably explains where she was radicalized at. Yeah. So the end result of this is that there is yet another community manager with narrative designer aspirations, who has infiltrated and otherwise, by all evidence, a non-woke company, pushing just a good old-fashioned game with, yes, heavy satire, and the politics are political satire politics, not actual modern, and people are liking it. And well, they just don't like when we enjoy ourselves. So, of course, not to be confused with Carol Baskin, Catherine Baskin, yet another community manager. Shout out to Mark Kern for I guess like the 5th or 6th community manager that's been outed as basically disliking the community or the people that they're supposed to be managing. So it's almost like it's a pattern or a tactic. Let me know what you think of this. Are you still playing Helldivers? Are you still managing democracy? I hope so. Got a lot of good DLC. And, you know, if you want to call it, if more games were like this, then I would not have a problem with quote unquote woke. But unfortunately, I think we know that this is just Cope, her trying to say that this is made by woke people. If it is, you could have fooled me because they didn't actually include any of their normal ideology or agenda in it. So thank you for that. And so until proven to me otherwise, or until those trans flags or gay pride flags do come into the game, I will have no problem continuing to hell dive into the fun world of managing democracy. So let me know what you think of this. Make sure to like, share, and sub. If you've done that, thank you. If you're gonna do that, thank you. And
well, bye.